I think esports will be big in North America. I think especially with the dawn of StarCraft 2 and a lot of the movement that's going on in the market even before StarCraft 2 comes out, you can see indications that that game is going to launch an unparalleled growth in esports. I think a lot of people are recognizing that a game that is both visually appealing and based on probably the best real-time strategy game ever made could make for a very marketable experience. And I think a lot of people are getting in on that. And even the pre-release mobility of the market in anticipation of that game is indicating and making it real possible for a huge growth in esports. And I think when that happens, with the bigger involvements from consumers and companies, you're going to see a real difference, a real shift in the North American scene. Corporate support in esports is paramount. A lot of the athletes, if you will, of professional esports are not 35-year-old successful businessmen and women or self-sustained 40-year-old individuals or even successful 20-somethings. It's mostly people who are paying for college, going through high school, or even younger, or they're older and they're working that 9 to 5 and they're getting their esport competitive drive in after their work. It's people that don't necessarily have a lot of loose change. So the corporate support comes in and says, we will alleviate that for you. In fact, we can even make this beneficial for you if you work harder. And it actually benefits both groups, because I don't think, in my own personal experience, I'd be able to be here in New York doing this, wearing this shirt, talking to you right now, if it weren't for corporate support. I don't think I would have the money in my own bank account to send myself out here and do that. But with corporate support, I'm able to represent a company, to go to these things and to do well and to try to represent the company and myself as an esport competitive person. And do well with that. And I think the marriage between both the competitor that usually cannot afford to do these things and the corporate support is one that's been net beneficial for both, actually, because I think, especially with the growth of esports, when the corporate, like Intel or like some of these other companies, gets their name out there and is backing a successful team that is going around and doing the right thing with good character, it looks good for the company, and also it makes the sport more legitimate, which grows everything involved.